Hello everybody, my name is Gerald. I am a certified TEFL teacher. Welcome to my channel. My topic today is constructions using comparisons. Let us first look at the following constructions with the positive form of the adjective. So we have as plus the positive form plus as. Or we can have not as or not so plus the positive form of the adjective plus as. Let's look at some examples. Her dog is as big as mine. Her hair is as short as mine. This box is not as heavy as that one. He's not so busy as her. On the next slide, we will look at how to use the comparative form. With the comparative form of an adjective, we use than. She is much taller than her mother. He has longer holidays than her. Note than does not have to follow immediately after the adjective. He is older than I thought. Note we could rewrite this last example. I didn't think he was so old. It would mean the same thing. Note, in spoken English, it is not uncommon to omit than and simply use a superlative. This is normally true if there are just two choices. It was the best option. In other words, this option was better than the other option, whatever it was. Now let us look at some constructions with the superlative form to compare three or more things. We will use the construction the plus superlative plus in or of. This is the best restaurant in London. He is the most successful of all her brothers. So as you can see, we've used superlative form for both, and we've used in and we've used of. We will now look at the use of a superlative with relative clauses. This construction is useful with perfect tenses. We use the form the plus superlative, with that being optional and a perfect tense. He is the best singer that I have ever known, or we could say he is the best singer I have ever known. So that is optional. It was the worst winter he had ever known. Note we have used both the present and the past perfect tenses. Note also that may be omitted. Note, in the last examples we used ever. It is also possible to use never, as shown below. I have never had a better student. Let us now look at the following example, placing the before the adjective. Imagine this conversation. I see you've got a big new guard dog. Yes, the bigger the better. So we can use this type of structure for a parallel comparison. If we want to indicate a gradual change, we can use this construction, the comparative form plus and plus the comparative form. Something was wrong because the car was getting slower and slower. In other words, it was gradually slowing down. Now let us look at other ways we can use as plus an adjective plus as. We use simple examples of this construction at the beginning of the presentation, but it can also be used with gerunds and infinitives. Taking a really good photograph is not as easy as it looks, so we've used a gerund at the beginning of the sentence as the subject. Now let's use infinitives and than. It is easier to read a foreign language than to speak it. Note, there are other ways of making comparisons with like, but for this presentation, I wanted to concentrate on the use of comparative and superlative forms of the adjective. That completes this presentation. Please remember to like and subscribe to my channel. Thanks again. See you all again soon. Goodbye.